with the Einstein quote. I would like to start the discussion with the Einstein quote, which I always used to quote in my office meetings whenever I would like to motivate the team. I strongly quote this and explain the meaning of it. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not a philosophy, this is physics. In fact, such a meaningful quote, and in my point of view, there is no proper explanation for this quote. We, being a Vedatriyan, who understand this energy concept, who can correlate this quote and understand the effective meaning of this quote actually. Yeah, because at Vedatriyam, our Swamiji has clearly explained the concept of energy logically, scientifically, and the kind of influence which energy has in our body, in our routine life, and also how it is going to help in order to achieve the purpose of the life. This simple explanation is very helpful to take our journey peacefully. So, with this understanding, when we see this quote, we can understand the real meaning of it actually. Now, when we talk in Vedatriyam, when we talk about energy, what do we say energy? We all know that when we talk about biomagnetic energy. See, in this today's discussion point, we are not going to discuss about any concepts. You know the energy, you know the management. Here, I'm going to share some practical tips in order to effectively manage the energy. So it's again all about individual perceptions, individual imagination, individual visualization, so which will be helpful to you guys also. Whatever the topic, whatever the concept which we are discussing today may not be new to you, but in Vedatriyam, always professor says that though you repeatedly hear the concept of Vedatriyam, the level in which you hear the concept, your understanding will vary. And that perspective, definitely, I feel that today's discussion point will give a good understanding and it will be again another different experience for all of you. So, why biomagnetic energy is very, very important? See, when the purpose of life itself to realize the God, the biomagnetic energy and understanding the energy well and managing the energy will be helpful to achieve the goal. And also, we all know which we have seen in Kayagalpa, it helps for the disease-free life. And whatever we do by conserving energy, biomagnetic energy only we perform. And if biomagnetic energy is good in our body, and body get a high level of immune system. And when biomagnetic energy is good in our body, we can able to connect this energy with all over the society or world around us, and we can able to achieve it. Yeah. So, in fact, I would like to quote here a very important poem which Swamiji has quoted. In fact, first I would like to tell in Tamil, எந்த ஒன்றை அறிந்திடில் இறைவன் முதல் உயிர் வரை எல்லாவற்றையும் உணர்த்துமோ அதுவே காந்தமாம். முந்தையோர்கள் அகத்தவத்தால் முற்றுணர்ந்த போதிலும் மொழிவதற்கு உமையின்றி முற்றி மோதி நின்றனர். இந்த நாள் விஞ்ஞானமோ ஏற்றம் பெற்றதால் அதை இயங்கிடும் மின்சாரம் மூலம் எளிதினில் விளக்கலாம். The English meaning of it. If there is one thing that makes understand everything from God to life force, that's called magnetism. Though our Siddhas understood it through their meditation power, they were at loss for an explanation. Today, with advanced science, it can be easily explained the power of electricity. I'm sure all of you agree with this concept. Yeah. So we Vedatriyan, I would like to ask one more question, Surya sir. I think all the participants are. What is the level of the participants? All are completed the certification course or on introspection above introspection two only, right?
Many have done vision diploma courses. Yeah.
Good. Good. So here again, we needless to explain about the biomagnetism. Again, the topic is again all about the management. So let me not repeat. In fact, last week, Surya sir has very well explained the concept of life energy and the connectivity between the life energy and mind, wherein he has touched many important points actually. So the ultimate essence from this slide, what I would like to tell is that we should know the energy, we should understand the energy very well in such a way that for any common man, we can able to understand very well about energy. This is number one. Number two, not only that, we should know how to implement in our practical life. Here, what we are going to discuss. See, in today's topic, we are going to discuss in three area of managing energy: how to increase the income, how to increase the saving, how to decrease the spending. In each section, there are five practical ways which Swamiji has told. We are going to discuss about it. Again, this may not be new to you, but when we practice these concepts, what is the visualization or what is the imagination which we should have it in order to effectively do this practice so that we can able to get the energy very well. That is the idea behind in it. And all of you know, when you talk about biomagnetism income, we all will first say that mirror gazing and the lamp gazing. Yeah. Here, when we talk about mirror gazing and lamp gazing, we are not going to discuss about the practice here. So whenever we do the mirror gazing and lamp gazing, I would suggest that weekly once, definitely one day we have to perform mirror, one day we have to perform lamp gazing. Quickly, we will discuss about the benefits of it. By lamp gazing, divine energy in the eye increases, face glows and become more attractive, body and brain cells refreshed, connect with the universal magnetism. It helps to connect with universal magnetism and increase biomagnetism and making initiation effective. These are all benefits of lamp gazing. Coming to the mirror gazing, it helps to overcome unwanted fear, anxiety, and doubts, and facial charm and charisma increases, and it also helps to disappear the karmic disease gradually, and the astral body is become bigger and bigger when it continuously doing this activity, and it also helps to become fatigue. These are the benefits. Now, what here I would like to share, before we perform this exercise, what is the visualization we should have? When we talk about mirror gazing, first we should understand that we are seeing the lamp, or let me talk with lamp gazing. First, we see the lamp and we close the eyes with our palm and we inherit the energy. At this point of time, what is happening? Whatever we see, we we become the object of it actually. So when we see the lamp, we become the object of the lamp. How? Through eye, by transforming the biomagnetic energy through the eyes, we see the lamp. So at that point of time, the biomagnetic energy get elevated at our eyeballs. It get elevated at the eyes. So when we close the eyeballs, elevated biomagnetism energy gets spreads all over the body. This visualization we should have it. Apart from that, we also get the biomagnetic energy from the universal field. These two visualization we should have it so that we can be able to perform it effectively without any disturbances. Again, when we have it, we have to remember the Kaigalpa course and what is the number of cells which we have in our body. 40 trillion cells are there in the body. So 40 lakhs crore cells are there in the body. From the elevated biomagnetism at the eyeballs is getting spreaded across the cells, and every cell is getting refreshed. This feeling we have to have it. Here also we should know what is the thin difference between the lamp gazing and the mirror gazing. In fact, mirror gazing comparatively gives high volume of biomagnetic energy. How? Here I said whatever we see, we become an object of it. By transforming the biomagnetic energy, we become a lamp. On the mirror gazing, by transforming the biomagnetic energy, we see our own object. So this is the difference here. Here, when we see our own object, again, our concentration power improves, and we can able to the imagine the photo or our image our figure which we are seeing in the mirror, we get close to it, and in the lamp we become a lamp of it. By transforming the biomagnetic energy through the eyes, we become a lamp. Here, by transforming the biomagnetic energy through the eyes, we become one of with us only. So here, the spending also less and the concentration power improves. Again, the same visualization. The elevated biomagnetism at the eyes get flows across the body and the all cells are getting energized. So this we should have it so that we can able to do it perfectly. And a few tips when we do the mirror gazing, we have to ensure that there is no object on the mirror which is seeing except we. So ideally keep the mirror on the wall, on the plain wall, so that we can only see our body. Also, you have to keep 3 to 5 feet gap. We need to keep it according to your height. You need to slightly adjust this gap and ensure that 70% of the body is covered through the mirror. So these techniques will be helpful to get more magnetic energy. What would be the third method through which we gain more biomagnetic energy? Visit sea, river, and pond and hill area. See, in earlier, our elders are saying that go to sea, go to hill area. We do not know the scientific benefit of it. Here, I would like to explain 2, 3 scientific benefit of visiting the sea. When we go to the sea, what happens actually? The sea water is rich in minerals, which is good for the skin and the body. And it also going to improve the blood circulation. And the sea water minerals is helpful in stress reduction. It is helpful for the mental health and it release endorphins and reduce cortisol. All of you know that good hormones in endorphin get enhanced when we go to sea, and stress hormone cortisol get reduced when we go to the sea. Also, it immunes the immune system. It improves the immune system. In fact, seawater stimulate the white blood cells and when the white blood cells improves, it acts as a strong defense mechanism on the body. Also, it improves the respiratory health actually. In fact, rich salt and negative ions in the sea water clears the mucus, improve asthma, bronchitis, and also it removes the sinus congestion actually. And also it enhanced the muscular and joint recovery. In fact, the magnesium, specifically the magnesium which presents in the seawater, relax muscles, elevate cramps, and in fact, that is the reason athletics use seawater for the good therapy to relieve their pain. And also detoxification. When we take a bath in the seawater, the salts and ions draw out the toxins from the skin. And again, when we go, especially in the morning time, we also get a vitamin D. Because of the vitamin D absorption, bone health, immune function, and mood regulation also get improved. In fact, today, because of the present modern style lifestyle, many people are getting the vitamin D deficiency and B12 deficiency, which is very, very good for the health. So, in fact, deficiency is going to give a lot of troubles actually, which is required. Vitamin D is required for the body. So, when we go to the sea, it through the vitamin D absorption also is going to improve, and also it enhances the sleeps. Magnesium again, magnesium which contributes for the better sleep and calming the nervous system, and also it increases the cardiovascular benefits. So we will heart rate variability will get controlled. So these are all the benefits when we go to the sea. You know that when people say that go to sea, but we do not know the scientific benefits of going to sea water. So going to sea is one way of getting the magnetism effectively. So with these scientific facts, when we go to sea and when we take water, when we take bath, obviously we will be getting more magnetism. And also in the hill area. See, also one important fact we should understand, the Panchabhuta Panchabhuta is more constant. Panchabhuta elements are more concentrated at the elevated area and the sea. So when you go to hill area, because of the elevated area, high altitude area, air quality is good, and also it is helpful for the cardiovascular health. Actually, here when you go to sea, white blood cells get enhanced. Actually, here when we go to the hill area, red blood cells get enhanced. Actually, it also helpful for the stress reduction and mental health. Again, the good hormones, dopamine and serotonin, it get boosted when you go to hill area. And again here, respiratory health also is going to improve. Breathe clean and less pollen. Pollen is the minute particle from the flowers which create allergy at very common max actually. So when we go to the field area which is having a less pollen, then our respiratory health also get improved. Obviously, when we climb the hill, we go by walk. It's again physical fitness, and the 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 NK cells or the cells are very very important actually. It is helpful for the immune system. When we visit the hill area, this increases the activity of the NK cells actually, and because of the attitude difference, automatically hormonal adjustments is going to happen. Cognitive benefits also will happen when we visit the sea area. So because of that, brain stimulation and reduced mental fatigue happens actually. So visiting the sea and river area is going to improve the biomagnetism income. Adding to that, the benefits which we have seen all are there. And fasting. We all know what is the benefit of the fasting. We know that we get biomagnetism in four routes: food, second channel water and air, third channel planets, and fourth is earth radiation. And we also spend by two: physical activity and mental activity. So when we do the fasting, what happens? We close the door of the first channel. So when we close the door of first channel, automatically body gets the biomagnetic energy from other sources. So automatically body get a heterogeneous biomagnetism, which is good, especially when we do the fasting on no moon day, full moon day. We have to we should feel that the energy on no moon day, full moon day, the energy level is good in the universal field. So when we take fasting on those days, the energy which we get from the planet and earth are very good actually. Yeah. So fasting is again another technique of increasing the income. And visiting the temple, church, mosque, and we seeing the spiritual spaces also, spiritual people also, another good way of increasing the biomagnetism. Temple, why temple get the biomagnetism? Why when we go to temple we get biomagnetism? We all know that is a say energy bank. Every temple has been designed in Vastu Sastra, which focus on energy flows actually. And Garbhagriha, the main place where is a central energy point, it's from there only we get more energy. There the Gobra has been designed in such a way that on the top it designed in such a way the energy, universal energy, getting getting received from the top apex, and it is getting distributed down, and whoever is standing in front of that, it is going to spread all over the body of the people. And also the material which they use, like example granite and sandstone, are the good conductors of the energy. And all the temples are designed in such a way that it's a thermal comfort zone for the air circulation, with thick walls and also the open courtyards and high rise floor. It all good for the energy flow actually. And most of the temple are in pyramid structure where energy focus at the apex. By what happens when we go and stand there, it makes the harmony between the gravitational force and the magnetic waves from the universal field actually. So when we go to the temple, not only the temple, when you go to the mosque design also, if you see, almost it is same, and all having the material which they use, the design which they use, it is going to improve the energy. Moreover, the people who are visiting the temple, mosque, church, predominantly they are all having the good mindset, good thought. So when we go to the place, automatically we get energy. In fact, Swamiji has told in one of his speech that we Vedatriyan, especially Arunidiyar, after attending the after knowing the full concept, when they are practicing it very well, they need to visit the temple in order to spread their energy. Yeah. So these are all the five methods we increase the biomagnetism. The increasing is alone not enough. We also should save, right? Now we will see the how we will save. On this saving, first about meditation. Yeah. Can anyone tell, or any can put it in the chat box, how do we save energy by doing meditation? So also I would like to ask, so far any doubts, anything if you like to add, or the concept which needs to be understood clearly, please feel free to ask me.
Please, any of you have any questions right now, also you can raise your hand. I can unmute.
Good. Okay. Now you can tell how, in a very simple answer you can give, how we save energy when doing meditation, while doing meditation. Surya sir, I'm unable to see the chat box. If anyone is typing it, please let me know.
Yeah, one chat message has come. It says energy will be accumulated in the focusing place. That is from Subramani sir. He has mentioned.
Very good. Very good. Second.
Energy not spent on external matters. That is energy saved. Babu sir's
Yeah, very good.
response.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay. We'll continue now. I think many of you would have seen the dolphin show and the bird show at different places, right? If you notice what the trainers does in order to get the task from the dolphin or birds, at every activity they feed. In fact, you need to observe carefully. Otherwise, we may not be able to see it actually. So it is every task they carry the shoulder bag, and without knowing anyone, they used to feed for the dolphin and birds in order to encourage them to do it. Same way, in my perspective, we all facing challenges in order to perform meditation at a longer duration. So before starting the meditation, we have to tune our mind. How the trainer of a dolphin, trainer of a bird is giving food to them to encourage them. Same way, we also should have the training, or like a food, we need to go our mind. What is it actually? So when we do the meditation, we need to tell the mind that for the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm going to save my energy. This very simple first message you need to give. Apart from that, the benefits, what we are going to discuss it now, you need to refresh in your mind, refresh to your mind. So mind will understand that, oh, by doing 10 minutes meditation or 5 minutes meditation, I'm going to get this much benefit. So let me support him. So mind also support us. Mind is like a monkey, right? When we try to focus on the meditation, that time only thought come from office, thoughts come from family, thought come from other people. Everything comes only when you go to the meditation. Otherwise, when we go to the normal life, then we forget those things. When we go to meditation, all these things come and disturb us actually. So we need to tune our mind. We need to help tell our mind that these are all the benefits I'm going to get when you do the meditation. Yes, you all mentioned it. When we do the meditation, we are focusing at one point. Thought is about transformation of the biomagnetic energy through the brain. When the biomagnetic energy, when it is in the dynamic state, it's a thought. So I'm going to close the dynamic state. I'm going to keep it in the static state, which we have to visualize. So between the eyebrows, I'm going to observe the biomagnetic energy. When this biomagnetic energy, when it becomes expanded, when it becomes a dynamic state, then thought is going to come. So I'm not going to allow it, because my purpose is I need to save energy. So I need to tell my mind, I need to give food to my mind, saying that another 10 minutes I'm going to save my biomagnetic energy. This I should have it. And what is neuroplasticity, and what is the difference between neuroplasticity and neuroelasticity, we should know. Neuroplasticity is the long-term structural changes on the brain. In fact, medical science now strongly suggests that rather the medicine, rather the other methods, meditation is the very perfect, effective technique by which we can able to make a long-term structural changes, which is called neuroplasticity. Then what is neuroelasticity? Neuroelasticity is like a short-term reversible changes. I can give an example. If you get tensed, what we are doing, we like to have a coffee. When we have a coffee, another half an hour, okay, when we have coffee only, we feel that getting relaxed now. My mind is getting calm now. Or we take a dark chocolates. There are many substances for everyone. What happens when we take coffee or when we take a chocolates only for a temporary period? It makes only a short-term changes. It will not be long last actually. So this is called neuroelectricity. So we have to see the difference between the neuroplasticity and neuroelasticity. What we need now, we need a permanent changes or temporary changes. That we have to tell, and we should tell the mind, that monkey, we should tell the monkey that, yes, I'm going to improve my neuroplasticity. So don't disturb me for 10 minutes. That you should tell. Also, by doing the repeated meditation, again, modern science proved that the gray matter is going to improve. The gray matter is only very, very important for the learning, memory, and decision making, self control. For all, gray matter is only important. That is going to improve. And there is a reduction in the amygdala size. This is also again scientific proofs, which says amygdala size is going to reduce automatically. It governs the stress and fear response. And neural pathways are getting strengthened by doing the meditation. And cortisol again. In fact, many people are taking medicine to reduce the cortisol nowadays. Even in fact, in my office also, 3 people are taking medicine to reduce the cortisol level. And I only told them to perform the meditation in order to control it actually. And again, this is also another important. When we do the meditation, especially Agna meditation, when we do it, we are focusing on between the eyebrows, especially on the pituitary gland. Behind the pituitary gland on the hypothalamus gland is there. So when I'm going to perform the meditation, I'm going to activate my hypothalamus gland. What is the benefit of the hypothalamus gland? If hypothalamus gland is good, then it is going to control the entire body temperature, and it's responsible for the creating the thirst, mood, and pressure, sleep, for everything. Hypothalamus gland is responsible. So these tips, these techniques, before performing a meditation, you have to keep and tell your mind only 10 minutes or only 15 minutes. When you are going to do this many benefits I'm going to get. When you tell your mind, it is also going to support. In fact, in my practical perspective, it is a challenge for everyone. But if you continuously do it, we continuously practice our mind with this kind of a small tips. In my experience, over a period of 1 year, you can able to get a success in the meditation, and you can able to perform the meditation very well actually. So by which we can able to save the biomagnetism. Second, in saving biomagnetism, 5 factors which we all know. How do we make a measure and control over the 5 factors? We all know that food, work, rest, and sensual pleasure, thought. These are the 5 factors where we should have a measure and method. Measure is nothing but we should we should we should not neglect it, and we should not take it excess actually. This is called measure, and method are not are not at variance with the nature. We do it properly with a proper method. So this we always should remember. In fact, one tip I would like to give here. Anyone knows that what is the hardness of the our teeth? When I talk about the food perspective, how to have a food. In fact, we have seen many times through Kaigalpa course. So I needless to go for a big explanation on these five factors. I would like to take only one tip on the food perspective. Anyone knows what is the hardness of the teeth? We all know that the hardness is getting measured through the Mohs hardness scale. Yeah. What is the teeth hardness? Surya sir, please help me if somebody is typing on the chat
Yeah,
box.
yeah, yeah. I'm seeing. Maybe in the normal hardness scale, the softest one is the talcum powder, and the hardest one, if that is the scale, could be somewhere around 7 or 6, probably. Just taking a wild guess. I am not knowing this subject, but
Okay, I'll tell you. See, the hardness of the teeth is 5.5. All of you should also know that hardness of the steel is 6.5. So now you can imagine how the divine has excellently designed the teeth. It is almost hardness of steel. So why that hardness has been, God has given this hardness to teeth. So when we have the food, we need to ensure that we have to swallow, we need to crush it properly and take it. It is a grinder which God has given. And the food tube is the blender which God has given. But usually we exchange the role. We keep the grinder as a blender, and we give the grinder job to the blender. So imagine the kind of biomagnetism which body needs to spend in order to crush the food. if we miss in the teeth. So this always we should have while having the food and work, rest, sensual pleasure, thought. We all know, and that's needless to again explain more in that actually. Yeah. So this is very important to save the biomagnetic energy. The third method is again silence. Again, Mutsar has given the very brief explanation on performing the silence in 2-3 instances. So let me not go in detail in it actually. Silence is one of the effective technique by which we can able to save energy. The fourth one, simplified physical energy. Simplified physical exercise, which we are doing it, is again a very, very effective way of saving the biomagnetic energy. In fact, the simplified exercise has been made or designed in a very simplified way. That's why many people are not understanding the benefit of it actually. Here, I would like to touch 2-3 points, especially on the hand. It's like hand, every exercise is having a lot of benefits actually, but we should definitely see these benefits. At least we need to know, we should know these benefits. So whenever we do this, whenever we do the exercise, when we keep these benefits in mind, it will motivate us to do continuously. Yeah, all of you know that our Swamiji itself is an expert in homeopathy, Siddha, Unani, and Ayurveda. He has kept mudras and Varma points and acupressure points along with this simplified exercise, and he has designed it. So whenever we do this exercise, it's not that simply we give only movement to that point. For example, when you do the hand exercise, it's not that only we do the hand exercise. We also see for hand exercise alone, 620 muscles we are activating, 360 joints we are activating, and 206 bones we are activating it actually. And the mudra, the first mudra, Namaskara mudra, when the first posture, we are going to raise the hand above the head. So when we keep the hand in that position, it acts as the antenna for the body. In fact, when we do this exercise, our focus should be on the tip of the fingers. So where biomagnetic energy are getting received. But here I'm saying receiving, but I kept it in the saving. Why? It also receives, it saves. But majority will be saving only when we do this exercise. When we do any exercise, even when you go to gym, we load the particular part. We load the muscle, we load the bone. Even when we go for a jogging, when we go for a walking, again we are loading the bone. Here we are not loading any component in the body. Without doing it in a very combination of a simple mudras and acupressure points and arma points and activating the Uyiradangals, we will be we will be saving the biomagnetic energy. In fact, we should know that our hand, our hand is represent the 5 elements. If you see the starting from the index finger, it starts with earth and the earth, and the small finger is the water, and the thumb is fire, and index finger is air, and the middle is akash or ether. So we should know this. So each finger represents panchabuddhas in the body. So when we keep together, which is the mudra, which we when we rotate the hand, we close all the fingers together. It is called samana mudra or mugula mudra. In fact, when we do this mudra, it balances metabolism, it improves the liver function, it also balances the body energy. In fact, vada, pitta, kava, if there are imbalance in that, by doing this samana mudra or mugala mudra, that energy get balanced actually. And also it helpful for the all remove the all gastric troubles, and 5 elements also get balanced. And by doing this, the medulla oblongata also get activated. This much benefits are there in samana mudra. And I would also like to talk about the axillary lymph nodes. When we rotate, especially the hand rotation, when we do, and also at one stage, keeping the right hand at the front, keeping the left hand at the back side, and we do anti-clockwise and clockwise. When you do this exercise, the axillary lymph nodes, the third picture, that get activated. The axillary lymph nodes act as a police for the chest and lungs. In fact, the many, especially for the female, many people get the breast cancer. Breast cancer is again a hereditary disease. So this helps to control the breast cancer, And when we do the exercise regularly, it removes the unwanted liquids, and also it acts as a strong immunity against the microorganisms. So imagine now, Swamiji, such a beautiful way, this kind of immense benefits. See, while doing the hand exercise only, we are not only moving the hand, we are also activating the very, very important entire body. We are activating it. Yeah. And also, we are also activating the Uyiradangals. The Uyiradangals is the concept of Varma actually. The Kavalikala Uyiradangal is the when we it's an area between the thumb and the index finger actually. So when we give a handshake to someone, the imagine the picture, the white color pitch hand is touching, right? That point is called Kavali Kala Viradangal. So this also get activated when you perform this exercise. So even when imagine when we give the handshake, we do this, we are activating the Kavali Kala of other person. So by this we communicating the energy. And also on the last exercise of hand knee rotation, we will be activating the ball joint socket joint. The ball and socket joints are very, very important. There are 6 ball and socket joints are there in the body, which also get activated in this hand exercise. In fact, I want everyone to refer the one site I can tell, Master the Life by Dr. Ananda. Dr. Ananda is a Tamilian, and he is in UK, and he is closely associated with our sky system. And see this site wherein he is a urologist basically, and he has beautifully explained about all the benefits of the exercise, and also the Kayakalpa. So when a medical people, when they quote with the medical evidences, it help for our mind to tune it, and to do it will motivate us to perform the exercise without missing a single day actually. And also Kayakalpa. Kayakalpa, here I would like to touch about the timing and imagination. Timing, what do we mean by timing? See, in fact, for first 4 5 years, I would say that I perform Kayakalpa within 40 seconds. I used to complete it actually. Then only I come to know through one of the professor that this is not the right way. So when we wanted to do the Kayakalpa, for one posture, we have to take 1 minute, meaning every Ashwini Mudra, we should take 5 seconds. So 10 into 5, 50 seconds, and for Ojas, 10 seconds. So 55 seconds to 1 minute, we got to take one posture. In fact, then after hearing this, what I used to do, I kept a clock in front of me, and I also advised my daughter or wife to tell the time to make it very perfectly. So that this timing is very, very important to save more biomagnetism energy, and also the imagination. It's very important that we take the ectoplasm energy. In fact, when you do Ashwini Mudra, we need to feel that the entire nervous system is getting tuned. Yeah, that with the visualization only we should do it. And when in the Ojas, we're taking the energy through the spinal, through the endocrine glands, you're taking the energy to the tip of the head, and we are again using the century effect to spread the energy across the body. What is century effect? When we are pouring the water through the tube, it comes out with some velocity. When we wanted to increase the velocity, we are reducing the diameter of the tube. Same way, in order to increase the velocity, in order to increase the velocity, we are using the teeth gap. So through the teeth gap, when we exhale the energy, it gets spreaded with a high velocity across the body. So this concept also we should remember. Whenever we do it, we need to do it with this visualization, to by which we can able to save it in a better way. So now we saw income 5 methods and saving 5 methods. Now it's also very important how to decrease spending. Yeah, I do perfect income, I do perfect saving, but if I am not controlling the spending, it's like taking the water or collecting the water on the pond which is having the hole. Here again, the first is anger and worry, which are very, very important actually. Even after performing meditation regularly, after doing the exercise regularly, if we have the practice of anger and worry, if we are not managing the anger and if we are not eradicating the worry properly, again we spend biomagnetism like anything. It just we drain the biomagnetism energy, these two. So this again very important. And unnecessary fear. This is again we usually every common man has actually. We think about the past, we think about the future. Today's medical science says that the think about keep on someone thinks about the past. It is called as rumination. Keep on people think about future. That is about anticipatory anxieties. In fact, they are saying that there are a lot of side effects are there in this actually. Yeah, we'll also explain how. See, when we keep think about past which has happened, imagine that we are creating the net in the aura. You see the picture, it has similar kind of a net only we are keeping above the head. Our aura get a complicated net by this actually. So because of this past thinking, the anxiety is getting increased, depression is getting increased. This all medical proof says nowadays actually. And if we keep think about the past, okay, something has happened because of somebody else in the office or society. It has happened means happened, but how it has happened, why it has happened to me. If we keep on think about it without breaking, we are again increasing a negative cycle. Yeah, here I know it is easy to tell, but very difficult to implement it. Yeah, I think all of us at one point of time, definitely at least one time, we would have thought, why it has happened to me? Why it has happened to me? Yeah, definitely. I think all of you would agree. In my experience, in fact, whenever I face very difficult situation, I used to think about Swamiji, especially on one of the incident which has happened in Swamiji's life. All of you know, whoever has read the Swamiji's bio history. In fact, he was at one point of time, he was doing the business at a very good way. Close to 2 lakhs turnaround is happening on monthly basis. And Second World War time, and his goods and which he has produced it has not sold. So lot of financial problem has come. So production has happened, whereas delivery has not happened because of the situations actually. So he undergone a loss, but still he don't want this his the team member to face the challenges. So he keep pay the salary and all. At one point of time, he has to lost everything on the business. Bank came and they run the chasing, and he and wife, both of them came with empty hand actually. So at that point of time, one of the Swamiji's friend has given this small hurt actually, and they have helped him for the for staying in that. And in that hurt, they do the rice pudding business, and they started. In fact, Swamiji was keeping only 5 Indian rupees at that point of time, and with that they started doing the rice pudding. And this is going. At one day in that hurt, actually, there is a heavy wind, and rain is about to come. And some intuition has happened to Swamiji, and he has told his wives to come out, and all three came out from the hut, and they were staying the house nearby the hut. Then when they were staying, then immediately the heavy wind came, and the hut also flew away. It was taken out by the wind actually. Imagine when the hut was taken over, they lost everything, and they got a hurt as a help by his friend. Even that also has gone now. At that point of time, he has wrote one poem. He has mentioned that to the great player God, to the great player God, we all like a pawns like in the chess. Okay, he can shift places. The divine player, great player God, he can shift the places. He can throw wherever. Whatever he does for the benefit of us. It is difficult to understand the reason at that point of time. In fact, he has wrote in Tamil. This poem, imagine, it always motivate us actually. In my life, whenever I face a major problem, I used to think about this. And when we think about it, okay, whatever has happened is happened with a purpose. So accept it. In fact, what happens when we are thinking about the past negative has happened by our actions only. Correct. So that all of you know, when we talk about the cause and effect, the 5 factors which are very important, which we need to consider it to get the expected results. But when till we get the results only, we need to think of expectations. Once task completed, we should not think about the results. We have to only accept it. If that mindset is there, we will not keep think about the past. Imagine when your mind thinks about the past, you have to visualize that, okay, some net I am only creating around my head, which is a complicated net. If I am not going to remove it, it will become more complicated. It is going to give more and more negative, and all the drawbacks which I listed are going to happen. When you tell about this mind, it will helpful to come out actually. Similarly, for the future, we keep think about the future, which is not required, which will again give a side effects. It will create unnecessarily future. Now only daughter is going for school, but we should think about her college, or we should think about her marriage. It's too far. When having unnecessary fear on medical science says that it is going to increase the muscle tension and body ache, and it also going to increase the high BP, and our concentration is going to reduce, and sleep disturbances and digestive issues. All these things are going to come when we are keep thinking about it. Yeah. And another method is stop overthinking. On the saving, in the five factors, we also talk about thought. Here again, the thought which we talk about, even if it is a positive thought, we keep think. It's like continuously running the CPU without rest. What will happen? It will again create a problem by which we spend the biomagnetism at a very high level. And again, it is very important to have a limited exposure to the excess noise and sound. 60 decibel is the noise which is good for the health actually. Even people says that even when we use the earbuds, we have to use 60-60 rule, meaning when we have the earbuds, we only should keep 60% of the volume, and maximum 60 minutes in a day we have to keep it. That's how we will not harm the earbuds actually. So here I have given few statistical examples actually. And the noise, we all know that we will do by decibel. So 30 decibel is the normal, 50 to 60 is the normal 30 decibel is the peace quiet area, 50 to 60 is a normal conversation and a moderate rainfall, 70 to 85 is the traffic noise in our vacuum cleaner, 90 to 100 is a loud music, heavy traffic, power tools, 120 decibel is sirens, rock concerts, and fireworks. So here, when we wanted to really save biomagnetism, when you want to really save energy, we should not expose to the high decibel. So 70 to 70 is the maximum. 70 to 85, we need to maintain it actually. Similarly, ice. Again, the ice screen. Again, when we all repeatedly see the yeah, again here again we should follow 20-20-20 rule. Meaning, if we are seeing the 20 minutes system, we have to take a break of 20 seconds and seeing the object at 20 feet. Remove the focus from the computer. Meaning 20-20-20 meaning, if you're seeing continuously for 20 minutes system, take a break for 20 seconds. See the object at 20 feet gap for 2 seconds, 20 seconds. So it is going to really refresh the eyeballs, they are saying. Yeah. And the blue light filters are available now, which we need to use it so that we will not spend more biomagnetic energy. And sunglasses available now when you go for, especially in the Gulf countries, we need to use the sunglasses. 99 to 100% UV protection glasses are available now. Yeah. So this we have to keep it. The lux level is allowed is only 300 lux levels. Yeah. And the last one on the spending is avoid the closer presence with the dead body, pig and dog, which you all know why actually. Okay, now we saw five methods to increase the income, five methods to increase the saving, five methods to decrease the spending. Okay, I'm a very common man. I don't have the sky practices. How do I do it instantly? Here again, there are a few tips actually. In order to instantly increase the biomagnetism, we can have a tender coconut or orange juice. The natural isotonic drinks, the tender coconut is the natural isotonic drink actually. Rich in electrolytes, potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium. It is helpful to gain the biomagnetism very quickly. And on the saving perspective, it is very important to keep the body hydrated always. Meaning, for a male, 3.7 liters water, we should have it. For female, 2.7 liter water, we should have it. If we are not having it, again, we are not saving it. Why? Body has to spend more energy to crush the food. It causes the fatigue, dry mouth, skin allergy, constipation. All those problems are going to come. So even if we practice this five, if you are not keeping the body hydrated, again, it is going to give the problem. It will be, again, helpful, not helpful for the saving. On the spending perspective, we all know that we should avoid high calorie food in the night. So these three are a very common man perspective who does not know any practice, how to increase, how to control the saving, how to increase the spending. So these are all the 15 methods through which we can able to have a effective biomagnetism. Again, I would like to repeat that you might be knowing everything, but in order to effectively manage it, behind scientific facts behind in it, benefits behind in it, if we keep refresh and do, it will be very effective, and also it will be helpful to do it continuously, regularly. And when we keep say this visualization, when we keep do this imagination, monkey, our mind, we can tune him to support us effectively. So with this, I'd like to conclude my discussion and open to all. And if anyone would like to share and or add values, please feel free to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Prem Anand, sir, for that detailed analysis and complete exhaustive details about the energy management. So far, we have been hearing in general terms energy conservation, but to control, to direct, and to regulate the entire energy streams, that's is configured, or that's called precisely as energy management. The thought on sources of or means to earn energy, the 5 steps you have detailed, the methods to save energy, 5 steps you have detailed, and avenues of spending and how to regulate those 5 methods, 5 steps. And for the followers, those who have not yet come into sky system, for them also the easier methods like simple techniques of maintaining themselves hydrated, taking coconut or such energy, natural means of energy, and avoiding high calorie foods. That's really a exhaustive details on energy management. Basically, not just the energy, it's the biomagnetism or life energy. Thank you so much. Before we go to the question answer sessions, we'd like I request all of you to be at your Turium. We'll bless our guest lecture for today. All of you at your Turium for a minute. Professor Prem Anand Kumar, be blessed by the divine. Professor Prem Anand Kumar's physical health, be blessed by the divine. Professor Prem Anand Kumar's family, be blessed by the divine. Professor Prem Anand Kumar's spiritual services, be blessed by the divine.